Sup guys, Easy here from Cool, Watches Only, and today is going to be a pretty damn cool one. Nice. Okay, heck, I love these things. Let me do a quick unboxing here. Super compact box. This is way more practical than the Boderi or the Zazami, and protects the thing just as well. Milifortic, nice name, is like military for a field watch. It's awesome. This is my second box from the brand, but they wanted to prioritize this first. It has this sponge to protect the watch, and a nice white microfiber cloth, a warranty card, signed with date and all, and this seal. Nice. They included a tool too. Check this out. I had to send the Boderi box and had to pay almost double than the box my friend sent me. He had then to pay taxes on top of that. This small boxes can deflect damage probably even better and take a lot less space. So I don't know. I would love more brands sent small boxes like this. Okay, let's get to the watch. So far, I like it. It's kind of small but solid and dense. For a moment, I had to double check they didn't send me another titanium one, but it's fine. It's stainless steel. It's 316L stainless steel. This watch is heavily inspired by the Hamilton Khaki Field 38mm. It is not an exact clone. So if you are sensitive to homages, when they get it too close, I think you could give this one a pass. But I don't know, it is clearly inspired by that one, but with different hands, and it has some aces up its sleeves. More on that later. It has a screw-down crown, feels super sturdy, looks like an auto, but it is not. It is a Mecha-quartz, so it has a seiko movement with some mechanical gears and dented wheels inside, just running from a battery instead of a spring. Second-hand glides super nice. It hacks too, so let me put it in time. Yeah. Nice. This is less than one Hondo, guys. It doesn't feel like it. It costs way more. The leather has that usual leather smell, so probably real leather too. It wasn't that long ago that most budget watches came with crappy plasticky fake leather. I'm 2 in a row with real, actually good leather. Point to Ali. The thing with this, guys, is you are getting Bolton-y quality for Pagani price. Yeah, is almost unfair. Let's go to the materials and finishing. So you'll see there are stuff that are super difficult to convey in camera. You would say, what's the fuss? This is very well finished. I got the watch for free, but it is not an advertisement, so worry not, I will point some negatives. But none on the finishing department. It is outstanding. First, the metal, this is bead blasted. It is super uniform. There's the slightest mismatch I can see at any light or angle. It is solid, dense, stainless steel. It has that matte titanium look, but without looking that dull. It is super thin and dense. The glass is a very clear piece of sapphire with the slightest dome curvature but almost unnoticeable. Double domed, so not distortions here. I think it's appropriated for maintained legibility at most angles, and together with the anti-reflective coating, this is perfectly Bolton-y or San Martin level. It has that look almost as if it were mineral glass, but it's super sturdy sapphire, so no problems getting scratched by dust or sand or anything. The glass protects the top of the watch against hits, etc. Super sharp angles and great finishing overall. It has that thing I got from the San Martin that if I show to some friends, they could think I'm showing them 3D renders, as when you do something in 3D, it usually has that unreal lack of defects, when in real life, almost always there are imperfections and little changes on bumps and curvature. Real surfaces aren't as clean. Well, this thing has that. Check this surface. It is very well finished, I'll tell you that. Before going to the movement, let's take some measurements. Check how thin this thing is, they say in their website. It is 8-something millimeters, but I don't know if something's off with my calipers. I can only get it down to 10.4 at best. For me, this is super thin. Some people like their watches as thin as a paper. I don't know. I like them a bit thicker. For me, this is fine. This is more comfortable to wear than the rest of the watches I've tried. Not too light as the Boderi, but not heavy, at 57 grams in way less volume. And as all its weight is condensed on just over 1 centimeter, it is super well balanced. I don't know if that's a win of their design or just what you get when you copy a trusted Field Swiss design case or what, but I like it. Whatever they're doing here, I approve. Okay, the movement. This is a TMI Hattori VH31. Some people say it's not right to call them Mecha-quartz. Some people do. And Seiko wants nothing to do with it. They don't even recognize that word on any official documentation or even on their TikTok account or anywhere. We watch people love to invent new words. I think it's mechanical, but other than my opinion or yours, if we go to facts, the second hand ticks 4 times per second and has way more torque than anything non-mechanical at 0.30 micronewton meters. That's about the same league than the VK64. It's quite a step over any quartz watch, about 4 times. And the thing is, it is about the best of both worlds. Like, it is more reliable, way more precise, as the regulation is still with quartz. For military and field and activities that need precision, using a mechanical watch is a liability nowadays, literally. I like more automatics and mechanicals, but more as a toy or a collectible or a dress compliment. I don't know. On this front, I think this is better than the Hamilton. I'm not talking with sarcasm or anything. Would love a good, well-intentioned conversation in the comments with your thoughts. This thing is less susceptible to vibrations. It is more precise, less susceptible to temperature variations, to impacts. To make it perfect, it would only need some battery charge indicator or something. Seriously, not for the YouTube engagement or anything. What not to like about this? What am I missing? All right, next is the lume, day lume. Guys, the lume is impressive. Bear in mind, this isn't a diver. So for me, a good enough or more than enough performance would be about the same as the Zezame, but this delivers way past that. This is way ahead of the Pagani divers and the Borderie diver. The only watch I have seen that isn't a diver and performs better than this is one that is more than 3 times more expensive. Nice watch, but it's not Chinese, nor less than $100. I would rank it halfway between the Zezame and their Scutamet diver. That name means something, but I would rather have the Milifortic branding instead. Later, let's see how it performs on the 35-minute test. But I'll tell you, all these days using it, it lasts all night long. Of course, not as bright as the divers, but enough to check the time without turning on the phone or any light. Okay, the straps, guys. I've found one of the things I love the most after starting this channel is trying different straps. From my first video, I almost didn't include them, as in my head I was like, what a stupid thing to do. If the watch already comes with stainless steel, what's with the changing? And here we are. If anything, it has taught me not to be so close-minded. Check this out. Sometimes the same watch with different straps is more different than 2 different watches altogether. So if you are on a super limited or tight budget, don't let all the bad YouTube men, like other YouTubers and well, myself, tell you to go buy this or that other watch. With $2 or $4 on a strap, you have a completely different watch. Check this out. This is $2 or $3. Quick release, all stainless steel hardware. Looks awesome. Looks it could worth at least 20. Love this strap. Check this one. I bought this strap specifically for this watch, but I forgot to select 20 millimeters and it defaulted to 18. So learn from my mistakes so you don't have to endure financial losses of up to nah, this was just $2. Still kind of like it. Nice. So, just to go to the other extreme, this thing cost me about $18 yonks ago. Not from the Ali, but from Amazon US. It's alright, but it really highlights the ripper bargains you can get on AliExpress. When I snagged this one, it wasn't even the priciest option. And here's the kicker. A lot of gear on Amazon is just folks drop shipping for a profit, not all of it, but a fair bit. It really makes you think, huh? Alright, let's try out a few NATO straps. This one looks great. I really like it. Yep. Let's move on to a racing-themed strap. It looks good, but I don't know. I usually think of this style more with black, steel, or leather, or solid colors or something. Now check this one. Wow, it fits the watch super well. It would seem they designed this with this watch in mind. So, alright, let's cut the shilling already. You want the negatives, don't you? Every product has to have some downsides too. Here's what I found. I see a few drawbacks. Hear me out. First, there's no metal bracelet option. In fact, there's no options at all. No different dial colors or straps or lume painting or anything. There's no metal strap, and when I buy a watch, 9 times out of 10, I would take the steel bracelet and then add any strap I want. But the other way around is way more difficult. I tried a few bracelets, and this was the only one I was able to fit. So even if you get lucky with the end links, the finishing is never the same. I love how this looks on steel, but to be real, this feels like a $200 watch on a $5 strap. This cost me about that, so if you're making a watch with only one option, stainless steel should be the choice. I would have loved to choose steel or maybe another nylon strap. Speaking of that, the leather strap has 316L stainless steel and it's not quick release. So some weird compromises. So you have to fiddle with the pins to interchange it. For a military watch with only one strap option, I think nylon would have been better as it's more rugged against water, dust, etc. There's nothing bad with the leather itself, but it would be nice as an option, not as the default strap. And yeah, that's for the negatives. And if you noticed in the video, I kind of fixed one of the cons with my trusty old black nylon strap. It's not that I didn't like the leather, but without quick release pins, you either use one strap or the other. You're not getting the tool out every time. Other than that, I highly recommend it. I'll leave the links to AliExpress and their website. I don't get anything if you buy from their website, but still they are doing a killer job with all those military themed watches. They've got autos, solars, chronos, and even a CQ homage. For all I know, everyone doing CQ homages deserves a big forehead kiss. So I'd love to send them some traffic. So yeah, that's it guys. 35-minute lume test is a go. Lume test.